Welcome back, everybody. Here we are, Life of Hobbies. I'm doing my first live. I don't know if anybody's going to join me or not. That's cool if you don't. Just a little weekend here. And I figured, since I've got the time, I don't have any breaks going on today, no rips. And I realized the other day when I was going through some of my stuff that I was like, hey, wait a minute. I have completed the 2024 series update from Tops. And I just left it in a long box. Like, literally just chilling in a long box, right? Parallels and inserts are in here as well. I have two more long boxes like this that are just full of duplicates and extras. So I figured, well, why not? Let's go ahead, get those out of the way there. Let's go ahead and get that thing bindered up. Since I have all of it, I might as well put it in a binder so I can free up another box. So that's what I'm doing today. And I just realized I could go live for the first time the other day. I clicked it and it said, hey, you got to wait 24 hours. I guess I've never clicked it, so I had to wait 24 hours, which is cool. I was going to do this yesterday, but I had to wait. No big deal. But here we go. I got all 350 base cards here. And in fact, along the way of doing this, to getting all these together, I actually found that I have a companion card for Andy Pajes. I didn't realize it until I was going through and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I got two of these 221s. Why do I have two of them in here? And then I realized, and you can tell it's a companion card. If you look down here at the bottom where it says code number, right? It doesn't have a code number. That's how you know you got a companion card. These are super short print. So I managed to find one of those and I was like, well, hey, if I've got that one just randomly sitting in this box, let me go through my other two boxes. And believe me, when I say this, they are short prints. They are short prints. The 1,500 plus cards I just dug through proved that to me, and the fact that, you know, there were no additional short prints in my box there. So, yeah, short prints are rare. Oh, I'm gonna really slide around on me like that. Silly stack. I have pulled a golden mirror. That one I've got in my binder behind me there. So this is one of the Card Guard. Target sells these. They're about 15, 16 bucks a piece. The other ones you may have seen previously in my videos, like this green one that has the dragon shield thing on it. This is not dragon shield, by the way. These are not dragon shield. Um, those were like $8 a piece, and I just bought them in bulk. I bought a bunch of them. So today we're going to be bindering up Topps 2024 series update. I feel like my camera's dirty. Let's see if we can clean that up a little bit real quick here, shall we? There we go. That's better. Clean. So, if you see in the background there, I've got some hanger boxes and whatnot for coming up here when we do our 2025 box challenge. We're putting up let's see, the mega box is about $60 give or take. It takes 4 of these hangers at $13 a piece or so. But that'll get you roughly close to the same number of cards that you would have in a mega box. And then I've got 2 blasters I got to get. We're going to compare 2 blasters, 4 hangers versus a mega box and see how that works out. Because mega boxes are really nice, and the price they get you 224 cards, that ain't bad. So there's number 1. Number 2. These are all in order. I've already sleeved everything up. They're all in numerical order. I was sleeving them up the other day to start like getting this together, and I ran out of sleeves. I had like, I don't know, 80 or 83 sleeves, something like that. And I ran out of sleeves, so I was like, oh, I got to overnight some here real quick from Amazon. And we did that. We got our Amazon order taken care of and got those in today. I ordered 1,000 of them. And let's see, I just used like 270 of them or so. the remaining 30 or so are sitting back there. So here we go. We are getting this together. I don't mind if anybody comes in and disappears. You want to throw some chats my way, throw some chats my way. I'll try to respond if I can. If I notice it and catch it. I'm looking down at my screen here. I saw somebody pop in and then pop out. That's cool. This is just kind of a chill, relaxing thing. Nothing special. No big rips. We're just chilling. It's Saturday. So I don't care if I get any views on this or not. Doesn't matter. Like I said, it's not a rip, so if you guys don't want to hang out, that's cool. I don't mind. I won't be insulted by it, No offense going to be taken here. Hey, how's it going there? Welcome to the show. We're just kind of chilling here on Saturday. And me, I'm just rambling away. Decided I was going to get my Topps 2024 Series 1 put away. Yeah, people keep coming and going. That's okay. Say hi at least, If you're going to pop in, say, hey, what's up, hobbies? And, off you go. I know most people are like, what the heck's the point of this? It's 2024 Series update. Yeah, I know. 2025 Series 1 just got released, but guess what? I kind of binder that up as I go. So I'm not going to have to do this again. And this was just kind of, oh yeah, I forgot I actually have that complete set. I should probably get that in a binder, Free up those boxes, those long boxes for more of my overflow, because I have so many freaking cards. It's not even funny. I used to have a drawer in my dresser that I would keep for like random specialized clothing and whatnot, unique situational clothing, mostly cold weather clothing. And I said, oh, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put that in a tote, put it out in the garage, and free up that drawer. And now that drawer is literally full of like a dozen long boxes that are just full of cards. Full of cards. And at some point here, I need to go through those things, get them sorted. I mean, I probably got dang near enough cards to start a card shop of my own. It was only recently I got back into sports card collecting. And I used to be super big into Magic card collecting, and then at one point I was big into Pokemon, and now I'm back into sports cards. When I was a kid, it was sports cards until about junior high, I'd say 8th grade, I think, 7th, 8th grade. That's when I started playing Magic the Gathering. And when I started playing Magic the Gathering, that game was too expensive for me to keep buying sports cards. So I had to put my sports cards liking on hold because I found something interactive. Magic the Gathering. And I did Magic the Gathering, 20 years almost. I think I started when I was about, 12, I think. And then I played Magic the Gathering for, probably a good solid 20 years. Had a little break in time there when I joined the military and lived in some places that didn't have a lot of popularity for that, so it wasn't like I could just go down to my local card shop and jump in on an FNM. And interestingly enough, while I was deployed, I actually had somebody ship me some cards, because it turns out we had a bunch of guys in Afghanistan stationed over there during the war that they'd go to the USO and they'd play cards, and I didn't even think of it like at the time. And this was just before or just around, it was right around Dragons of Tarkir, Khans of Tarkir. I think I deployed right after Dragons of Tarkir came out, because I got to play Khans of Tarkir, Fate, and Dragons of Tarkir right before I had to deploy. I remember that. This was like Theros block was one of the last major blocks I really got to participate in. I got to participate in Khans, but Theros block was a block that actually brought me back into the game after I dipped out from Mercadian Masks, which was just a joke of a set. God, everybody hated Mercadian Masks, and I was one of them. Not a whole lot of good stuff out of that set. It's kind of like, I don't know, Paldean Fates or whatever from Pokemon, kind of a comparable. Uh, just not a great set. Not a lot of interest in there. And I think I was out of Mercadian Masks I left there, and I didn't play for years after Mercadian Masks until Theros Block. Theros Block got me back into it. Um, Really, really neat set. I loved Theros Block. And then after that, I deployed to Afghanistan. When I came back from Afghanistan, um, I actually had an extended tour in Afghanistan. I got there before my unit and didn't leave till after my unit. I was on forward advance team, and then because of what I was doing over there, I had to actually stick around for a little bit longer. For the transition for, what was it, 3rd Cavalry Regiment took over for us, 3CR. And then I finally got to come home. And shortly after coming home, I got out of the Army, moved down to Florida. Shortly after moving down to Florida, my then wife and I divorced. Oh, I don't know, a few years. It wasn't shortly, but it was a couple years later. My now ex-wife and I divorced. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, let me tell you, it was a good thing I did, because that woman was a train wreck in progress. And I didn't know it at the time when I married her. She didn't tell me a lot of things about her, and things I should have, I suppose, inquired about. But, it is what it is. And that's that, and that time is over, and that part of my life is done. And they say it's cheaper to keep her. The truth is, no, it's not. Just make sure you divorce before 7 years, and then she can't take you for alimony. That's all it is. 7 years, man. I was really surprised. We almost made it to 7 years, and then she, decided that the marriage wasn't for her. Weird, And if history is any kind of a teacher, then we all know you learn from your mistakes, and the past is definitely very informative. I should have known, right? She'd been married twice previously, and that was my first marriage. I was like, oh, maybe 3rd time's a charm. What I should have done was talk to her ex-husbands and find out why they're no longer married, But I didn't. I was, what do you say? I was not duped, but I was enamored, right? I couldn't see past my own nose, so to speak. And that's okay, too. We all make mistakes, and we learn from them. So, moving right along here through this isn't really taking nearly as long as I thought it might. We're almost through the first 175 cards. But it's easy to do when, they're all in order, right? It's worth noting, Zach Geloff, this is his rookie debut. I actually pulled a rookie card of his that was 2 of 5. Really neat one. Maybe I'll get it out here. I don't know. We'll see. But we're just moving along here. It's a nice binder. I like these binders. I just wish they weren't $16 a piece. Believe me, I wish they were $8 or $9 like those other ones. But the other ones are just clear plastic. They don't have this material on the backing, which allows your cards to slide really smooth. So, anyway, I do like these binders. They are really nice. 360 card, if I remember correctly, which means there's 20 pages in here. And I do like them. I just wish they weren't so expensive. This is something I really should have done way back. But, I hadn't really considered it. And now that I'm much more heavily into collecting again, given what we're getting nowadays. Caitlin Clark, I mean, Jesus, that girl is what really brought me back into sports card collecting. I had been in and out of Magic, and I found a local card shop that was kind of fun to hang out with, and then happened to run into some crazy lunatic leftists, and yeah, they ruined that for me. I was like, man, I'm not doing this. I'm not going in here. I'm not dealing with these crazy people. Say the wrong thing, next thing you know, they're losing their minds, and they're getting all bent out of shape because you didn't call them Zer or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Not having it. I looked at the shop owner and said, I spend a lot of money here, but if you got people that are crazy like this in here, I'm not coming back. I'm not going to spend my money here. This person's personally insulting and attacking me, and I didn't say anything specifically to them, but you're just going to let this go on in your shop? You're not going to stop it or tell this person to back off? Guess what? I'm going to take my money and I'm going to shop somewhere else, and that's exactly what I've done. I was spending, God, probably anywhere from $400 to $600 a month in that dude's shop. Like, I was practically paying his mortgage. And I guarantee you the other guy wasn't paying his mortgage, because those guys barely bought anything at all. We were lucky if they were even there to play Friday Night Magic. They were just there to hang out with their friends and take up chairs. So, bailed out on that. Don't doing that. Not doing that anymore. I'm just done with that nonsense. So, that's that. And here we go. We're into the second stack now. We're into the back half. Moving right along. Ronald Blanco's no-hitter. These rookie combo cards there. What a kind of annoying card, the rookie combo card, where they put two rookies together. If I was those guys, I'd be kind of insulted, but the chances are that those are probably your, like, B-tier rookies, The guys that just happen to get drafted but practically never see game time. They're like practice squad guys. So, Colt Keith, I pulled his home field advantage. Yeah, after we get done putting these cards away, I'm going to grab my binder. I'm going to pull out some of the ones that I've gotten over the years here, like Colt Keith's home field advantage and Zach Geloff's number 2 of 5 that I got. Pretty neat looking card. Pull those out and give you guys a chance to see some of those. Otherwise, we're just going to move right along here and get these in. Come on, get in there. Now that I can go live, and I really hadn't thought too much about it, I might start doing lives with some of my other hobby stuff going on, Maybe you guys will enjoy that. It isn't all card collecting. And I'm definitely going to go live sometime for a rip, for sure. Normally I pre-record my videos, I do the editing on them, and then I release them at 9 a.m. every day. You wake up and watch a 5 or 10 minute or even 20-minute long video of me just ripping cards. And I think we'll do Friday lives. How's that sound? Friday live at 9 a.m.? I don't know. I have Fridays off, so that could work for me. Maybe do Friday lives. Ripping live mega boxes, wouldn't that be something? I don't know, we'll see. Maybe not next week, but the week after, because this next week's videos are already done, they're already recorded, they're already edited. In fact, they're already even uploaded. They're just on schedule mode, so nobody gets to see them until they actually publish. So I found that's an easy way for me to manage this, is to shoot my videos and then edit them all, upload them over the weekend, and then they automatically scheduled to premiere at 9 o'clock every day. I'm a working man, so I don't have a lot of extra time. And if overtime kicks back up, my Fridays are gone again. I work 4/10, so I have Friday off every week, which is kind of nice. First couple of years I was working at this company, I had overtime every week. I was working 5 days a week, anywhere from 6 days a week, even sometimes, and a couple of sevens. Those are long stretches. Work a full week and then have another 6 day after that, and finally be like, look, I'm not coming in on Sunday this week. I'm not. I'm taking the day off. And you can't make me. You can't. If you want me to still work here, you can't make me come in. So finally, we've had a slowdown here at the turn of the year, and we're actually, you know, not quite as busy. Which, believe me when I say this, I'm very thankful for. Although, I'll be honest, the overtime money is really good. I'm not going to ever complain about overtime, because when I get it, the money is good. And I was all by myself in my job for a while, and they finally got me some help, which has definitely made things a little different. We get stuff done quicker. But I had to train this person in how to do the job because they'd never done it before. I work with a guy named Mike. He's a pretty cool guy. He's older than me, and everybody thinks he's my dad. We look a lot alike. And I'm like, but yeah, but he's like 5 inches shorter than me, man. Can't be my dad. He's too short. He might be short, but we still look a lot alike. And because we look a lot alike, everybody thinks he's my dad. I show him a picture. I'm like, no, this is my dad, because I got a picture of me and my brother and my dad at my nephew's football game, who now attends Penn State. Good kid, too. Really smart, going into sports medicine. Got a picture of me and my dad and my brother at that football game. I'm like, no, this is my dad. And you know what's funny is I look at that picture and I look at Mike and I'm like, man, yeah, they do kind of look a lot alike. So I get it. I get why people say that. Probably doesn't hurt that he and I have very similar facial hair. I have a long goatee. Probably didn't see it at the beginning of the video. My head was kind of below cam until I flipped it around. Anybody who watches this, you're gonna get a first chance to see what I actually look like there, because I haven't shown my face, I think, at all on the channel so far. I've been hidden behind the camera, and all you ever see is my mitts. So now I got tattoos, pretty cool ones. That's a praying mantis. And interestingly, that praying mantis was done via a photo that I took of a praying mantis that I found in Iraq when I was deployed in service of Operation Iraqi Freedom back in 2009. And it's an interesting story, that one there. But yeah, it's like 8 times larger than the actual praying mantis was in life. I mean, it was, about as long as this card is wide. And my sister was dating a tattoo artist at the time when I got back from Iraq, and I had that photo, and I was like, this is one of the coolest praying mantises I've ever seen. And I'm a bug guy. I love entomology, which, not to be confused with etymology, which is the study of the history and origin of words. Entomology is the study of insects. And I like bugs. Bugs are cool. There are more bugs on this planet than any other type of creatures on the planet. Oh, Paul Skeen's rookie debut right there. Ooh, we're getting close. We're almost done here, guys. With 350 cards, this is only going to leave us with, what? Back of one page and one slot, right? So our last page, that'll be empty, and then the back side will be empty. Which will be fine, because that'll give me a nice spot to put that Andy Pajes companion card, and maybe some of the other cards I pulled that are decent but not quite worthy of like sending into PSA or BGS. Speaking of which, doing a card grading here soon. I'm counting them up. I've got like 40 Caitlin Clark cards I need to get sent in and get graded. Some of them are really nice, and I actually had to go through and really be selective about it and pick out the ones that I really wanted to send in. So I'm like hard eyeballing them, looking at them going, ooh, is this good? How's the centering on this one? Does that, checking the backs too, because PSA will gig you a point or two for the back sides of the cards. So I had to do that, go through those and be like, okay, these are the ones I am going to send in. And the ones I'm going to send in, I have 10 of her base rookie from 2024 Select that I want to get done. Um, I have actually like 15 or 16 of her base rookie from 2024 Select. I pulled a lot of them. But out of those, only about 10 of them were potentially grade worthy. And I'm going to send those over to my buddy who actually prepares cards, does cleaning, and if there's little bits of fuzz or something on the edge of them, he's got microscope and an X-Acto, and he goes through and cleans up the edges so you don't have any fuzzes or burrs on there. Microfiber cloths the face and backs of the cards so there's no smudges or smears or oil or fingerprints and things like that. And he will prep and send off every single card that you want, and I'll tell you, he'll do a pre-grade for you. He'll say, hey, the centering's off on this one, you don't want to send it. And I actually do have one of those centering scales, so I'm going to check my stuff before I give it to him, and then he's going to give me the better look because he has microscope and things like that to really get a good view on the card. So he's going to take care of that for me before we send a bunch of cards out. That way I'm not wasting money on, like, my first PSA submission, right? If you go back in my videos, it's way back towards the beginning. That was a PSA submission done through GameStop, and I didn't previously think about getting those cards looked at. And then lo and behold, the one card that I was really hoping to come back as a gem mint, that Caitlin Clark Art Nouveau, came back as a 6. If I had known that, if I had talked to him first, he'd have told me, hey man, this card's going to get a hard grade, you might not want to send it in. And if I had known that, I probably wouldn't have sent it in. So as it stands, I'm going to send in a stack of cards to him first, and then he's going to tell me what's good. And he lives here locally near me, so I don't have to worry about major time turn. Here we go. We're coming up to the last cards here. Let's see how long this took me to actually put away 350 cards in a binder here. Looking at 27 and a half minutes. That wasn't too bad, I suppose. So there we go. And last but not least, Ellie De La Cruz. Now, was the fact that his card in update was a rookie debut and not a true rookie made me have to go back and pick up, I don't know, was it Series 1 or Series 2, but his true rookie card. I bought one box in the hopes of getting his true rookie card, and wouldn't you know it, I pulled it. I managed to actually get it on one box, so that was super lucky. I'll go ahead and put Andy in here on that super short print companion card. So there we go, guys. Check that out. Topps 2024 series update is all bindered up now. We got it. Look at that. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I do appreciate the couple of y'all that have popped in and popped out. Appreciate you stopping by to at least check out my live. First time going live, and I'm going to cut it here in just a few seconds because we're coming up on the 30-minute mark, and I wanted to keep this under 30 minutes. So here we go. You guys can see it all. $19.5 pages for 350 cards. And there it is. I'll have to dig out one of my empty hanger boxes from 2024. I've got some that I use to, build my backdrop, right? If you look on my backdrop here, there's a Ellie De La Cruz 2024 series update. Or no, that's series 1. No, that's not Ellie De La Cruz. So I don't want that one. I think I've got one on here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. I might have to snag that one out right there. And we'll put that on the cover. And then this binder's done. So, but hey, if you came by and you stayed for just a little bit, no biggie. I appreciate it. That'll do it for our live here today. 2024 series update, all bindered up. That's a thick binder, 350 cards. And, I've got a ton of parallels and inserts, and I think for this particular set, it would take another binder just for the inserts. It's a 50 card all star game. There's 50 mysticals. There's 50 of the throwback 89s. The insert set for Tops is freaking huge. So I think I have to get another binder, and we'll call it Tops Series Update PIs, Parallels and Inserts. All right. So there we go. That'll do it, everybody. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Appreciate you watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like for my first live here. Don't worry, the next time I go live, we'll be doing something a little more interesting than just putting cards away. All right, take care now, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.